I saw this movie in cinemas back in December of last year, and I thought it was a pretty good movie in my opinion. Yep, and you can check out my movie review on my channel that I did back in January of this year. Yep, and I will give this a rewatch either this month or next month or another month of this year. I'll see. Yep. This DVD is quite recent. It only came out in on March 14th, back in March of this year, and yeah, from my DVD unboxing that I did back on YouTube back in March of this year when I got the DVD when I got the DVD in Tesco's. Yep. Yep. I think I like Jack Whitehall and Darby Camp and John Cleese and Tony Hale as the villain in this movie. They're great. They're great actors and they're great in this movie. I love them. Yep, they play great characters in this movie. Yep, yeah. This is based off the books and it's based off the animated cartoon, which I remember I used to watch the animated cartoon when I was a kid, so that's why I saw this movie in cinemas when they announced they were making a live action Clifford the Big Red Dog movie. I know a lot of people don't like this movie, but I actually like this movie. I actually think it's a pretty good movie. Yep. I saw this movie in cinemas back in November of last year, and the movie came out in October, back in October of last year, and the DVD didn't come out that long ago. Came out on January 24th, back in January of this year, and from my DVD unboxing that I did back on YouTube back in January of this year, yeah, I got this DVD in golden discs, and you can check out my Clifford the Big Red Dog DVD unboxing that I did back on YouTube back in March of this year. Yep. And this movie is okay. It's not as good as the first Boss Baby movie is, but still a good movie. Yep. I know a lot of people don't like the first Boss Baby movie and the second Boss Baby movie, but I don't like the second one as much as the first one, but the second one's still good, and the first one is the best. But I actually like the two Boss Baby movies. I think they're pretty good movies. Yep. And I might give this movie a rewatch, even though I don't like it as much as the first one. I'll definitely rewatch the first one at some stage, but I might give this movie a rewatch if I feel like if I'm bored or something. If I've nothing to do, I'll see. Yep. But I definitely will give the first one a rewatch because I love the first one so much. Yep. This was kind of a disappointment, but it was still an okay movie. I actually kind of enjoyed this movie. I liked Alec Baldwin and Eva Longoria and everyone in it. Jeff Goldblum was good as the villain and everything. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, and I also saw the first one in cinemas back in April of 2017 when the movie when the movie first came out, and I thought it was a great movie in my opinion. Yeah, but a great movie from DreamWorks. Yeah. I know a lot of people consider the two Boss Baby movies to be the worst DreamWorks movies ever made, but I actually do love the first one, and the second one isn't as good, but still a good movie in my opinion. Yep. One of the weakest DreamWorks movies, but still okay. I kind of like it. Yep. It's not as good as the Croods 2 New Age, which is the DreamWorks movie before this film, but it's still a good movie. And Spirit Untamed was actually before this, but that movie's too girlish. I'll never watch that. Yep. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to show you the eco-friendly case of Clifford. I just forgot to. Yep, never mind. Crap. Sorry, guys, stop mind my language. This movie is a classic movie. I love this movie. I recently saw the sequel to this movie in cinemas. Back last Saturday on May 28th, Top Gun 2 Maverick, and I thought it was a great movie. It was just as good as the original, the first Top Gun movie was. It was a great movie, in my opinion. I loved it. I love Tom Cruise and everything. Kelly McGillis didn't come back in it, but that was fine. And the "Take My Breath Away" song wasn't in it, but it was still a great movie in my opinion, just because the first Top Gun movie was. But Kelly McGillis is in this movie, and "Take My Breath Away" song is in this movie, and this movie is a classic movie. I love it. And the Top Gun 2 Maverick is a great classic movie, too. I love it. Yep. Yeah, I saw that in cinemas. Yep. And I recently rewatched this last Friday, the day before I went to see Top Gun 2 Maverick, and it still holds up to this day. It's still a classic movie to this day. I love it. Yep. And Tom Cruise and Kelly McGillis are great in this movie and everything. Yeah. I actually had seen this movie before. I watched it during the COVID lockdown back in June of 2020, and that was my first time of seeing it. I never seen it before, and it was a great classic movie in my opinion. I loved it. Yeah. The songs the songs in the second one, the Danger Zone song is still in Top Gun 2 Maverick, and the songs in the second one and the first one are great songs. I love them. And I recently did a movie review of the second one back on the day I went to see it on May 28th, Saturday. And yeah, you can check that out on YouTube. Yep. And I did a movie review on the Boss Baby 2 Family Business Day. I went to see it back on November 20th of last year, and you can check that out on YouTube as well. And yeah, and I also did cinema videos of Boss Baby 2 Family Business and Top Gun 2 Maverick as well. Yeah, you can check them out all out on YouTube. Yeah, and Clifford the Big Red Dog as well. You can check them all out on YouTube. Cinema trips of that. Yep. And this DVD is one of my older DVDs because I got this DVD um back in January of 2020, just before COVID hit. Yep, in golden discs. Yeah.